Hello everyone, it's me, Gleaming Light YT, back here with another video, but this time it's different. As you can tell in the title, this is a theory video. Now, just for reference, ahead of time, I don't get scared easily by things. I very rarely, even if I do get kind of frightened by something, very rarely am I genuinely concerned for, well, I don't know, my life or something. Very rarely am I genuinely, concerned and kind of frightened. And I guess that's kind of what creepypastas are made to do, genuinely frighten you beyond explanation. And something in the new 1.4.4 Labor of Love update for Terraria, something in that update did that for me. Specifically, two of the new seeds, Don't Dig Up and Get Fixed Boy. Specifically, the Don't Dig Up part of Get Fixed Boy. And a specific item you can get once you enter hard mode on the Get Fixed Boy seed. So let's go back a bit to, I don't know, Terraria console edition, like old gen console, Xbox 360 even. What was something special about that? Well, when Relogic was trying to bring console when Relogic was trying to bring Terraria to console, they decided to team up with 505 Games and Engine Software to make it happen. And see, those two companies, they wanted to add their own little touch of, I don't know, their own company, their own selves into the game. They wanted to add something in. A boss. A lot of new stuff that, well, you get by killing that boss. So, what was that boss? Well, he goes by the name Ocram. And in the old gen console, he shared a similar AI to the Eye of Cthulhu, as well as sharing its boss music. And I think as of like 1.2 or something, he was removed from all editions that he was in because it wasn't developed by Relogic. And once Relogic didn't really need the help of them anymore, I assume, he was just removed from the game. And so came the Consolaria mod for PC. T-mod loader, I believe. Basically, it added back in all that old stuff from old gen console, pretty much. And part of that being Ocram. Now, in the two new seeds that I said, Don't Dig Up and Get Fixed Boy, in those two seeds, when you're just almost done making the world, something happens. The progress bar pretty much freezes for a while. It takes a while before the world is finally created. Longer than a world normally should. Now, I have actually had someone in the official Terraria Discord server actually tell me and many other people their own theory about this. That being, the player enters the world long after they normally would in a playthrough on the timeline. It's way too late on the timeline for it to be a normal world. And that is a good theory, but my theory, it kind of has to do with, well, Ocram. And the fact that part of those new seeds is a new death message. And in the Get Fixed Boy seed, a new item, boss, and also weapon that's kind of a meme reference to Waffle Time. But the point is, Ocram. The new death message is player, whatever your character's name was sent to Ocram's house. And in the Get Fixed Boy seed, there was, well, Ocram's Razor. A combination of all three mechanical boss summons. Sorry if you hear that scratching noise, that's my dog walking around on the floor. He's being annoying while I'm trying to record. But, summons something called Mechdusa, which is basically like a combination of all three mechanical bosses, which would make sense considering what what the boss summon used to make it in the first place. So, what does it do? It summons an amalgamation of all three mechanical bosses at once. It looks really weird, trust me. And it's kind of even funny to see what it is. I mean, Skeletron Prime's head with the Destroyer as like a long snake body with the twins poking out of the uh, Prime's eye sockets. It's kind of funny, but scary at the same time. Because part of both the Don't Dig Up seed and also the Get Fixed Boy seed, as the Get Fixed Boy seed is a combination of every secret seed this far, well, it's the surface. Or rather, the lack thereof you spawning on said surface. You spawn in hell on those seeds. Why? Well, the surface is completely unlivable. The spawn rates being incredibly increased, and the surface being completely corrupted or crimson, depending on which world evil you picked in the Don't Dig Up seed, or both because of the Drunk seed part of the Get Fixed Boy seed. And as you know, NPCs can't live in corrupted housing, or crimsoned, but it is considered corrupted when you're trying to check whether a housing that's in a corruption or crimson biome is, well, livable, habitable, I guess. So, well, let's just say that the surface is terrifying. That's all there is to it. The surface is terrifying, and it's horrendous, terrifying, horrible. The surface is basically destroyed. The sun is never out, as if the sun doesn't exist. When can Ocram be summoned? In the old Gen console version? Well, only at night. So when does he have power over the world? Technically, only at night. Now, I'm getting a little bit off track here from what I was first trying to talk about. Why it takes so long to load. Why the surface is unlivable, uninhabitable. Why you spawn in hell. Why all that happened. Why the world is basically flipped upside down almost. Destroyed. Why? Well, part of my theory is one of the developers was like, alright, I want to try out the old gen console version of Terraria. But hey, I don't have an old gen console Terraria. I don't have the disc, I don't have the console, I don't have nothing. Okay, so what do? The Consolaria mod for Terraria PC adds in all the old gen console stuff, including Ocram. This dude, they're just trying to have some fun while they're developing the game. You know, developing the new 1.4.4 Labor of Love update. Something goes wrong. Don't know what happens, but something goes wrong. Ocram is angry. He's pissed that he was removed from the game. So, what does he do? He tries to get revenge. And how does he do that? By, I don't know how he does it, but somehow inserting himself into the game's code. And with that, he creates these monstrosities of two different brand new world seeds that are just hellish beyond any human comprehension. Because he's not human. He's very far from it. He's a monster. So, that's what happens, I think. Okay, something happened and he got in there. And it's always night because, well, that's when he's most powerful. He made these places where he has power, and we don't. But people managed to overcome it. People managed to beat the world, even on hardcore, proving that Ocram has no power. What happens next? All I know is that he gets angrier. Angrier and angrier. Something ends up happening. Something horrible, something terrifying. What does he do next? What happens to us next? I don't know yet. That's something for the next Terraria update to explain to us. I don't know. But whatever does happen, it's not going to be good because if Ocram did this, who knows what he's going to do next? Considering the kind of creature he is, it can't be good. If he created these monstrosities of worlds, then who knows what else he's capable of. Okay? I don't even want to know what else he's capable of. Because for all we know, he might even be capable of taking over the entirety of Relogic itself. Who knows? I mean, he's just an AI, but still, he's a monster. And he's mad, and that's the worst combination you can get. So, if you have watched this long, thank you for watching my theory about, well, the 2 new secret seeds added within the Terraria 1.4.4 update. 2 of the 3 at least. Don't Dig Up and Get Fixed Boy. By the way, if you didn't know, Get Fixed Boy is actually a reference to a review on the Terraria game of a very angry person. Don't know why. It was a while back, but Red thought it was funny, so he decided to make that the world seed name. Um, that is what actually happened. These are just lore theories, okay? Funny, haha, not real. Even though, holy shit, I get chills thinking about this sometimes. I am not kidding. I have been having chills this entire time while talking about this. Is this true? Who knows? Is it all just some conspiracy that I made up? Who knows? It could be. I don't even know. But, anyways, thank you all for watching this video. If you'd like to, leave a like. If you didn't like it, that's completely fine. If you feel like it, then go ahead and subscribe. I make a lot of different kinds of content, and I'm planning on doing something special at 100 subscribers if I beat my friend Hawk. We're still doing that race, and I don't think anyone has won yet, but Hawk is getting extremely close. He might have won, I don't know yet, but we're only at like 80 subscribers or so. He's like 90 or something. We need to win. If we don't, that's fine. There's still 500. And then 1,000 or something. I don't know. But whether we win or not, once we reach 100 subscribers, I'm doing something special. Face reveal? Maybe not. Maybe you might save that for 1,000 or something like that. Also, I've been thinking of doing little shorts or something. Don't know what kind of content I'd do for that. Comment on this video if you'd like to see some random little stuff like that. I don't know exactly what I'd do for it, but